Many of our facilities are aging and are in urgent need of renovation, repair, and modernization. Roofs are leaking, sanitation facilities require renewal, and several infrastructural systems are under severe strain. At the same time, the school has experienced tremendous growth. Over the last 8 years, the student enrollment has grown from approximately 600 students to close to 2,000 students currently. And due to increasing demand for quality education and the school's strong academic reputation. This rapid growth, however, has overstretched existing infrastructural facilities. Classrooms currently hold an average of 60 students against the recommended 48 students per class. The dormitories and laboratories and dining facilities are also under severe strain and are congested. The school currently have 14 streams per form or grade. Your Excellency, this congestion, together with projected future growth, has compelled us as the board and the school fraternity to think long-term and develop the comprehensive master plan that was presented to you as you came earlier this morning. Within the next 2 years or so, we project the student enrollment will grow from the current close to 2,000 to over 3,000 students. This growth will require substantial investment in addition to decongesting the already congested facilities. So we need substantial investment in new classrooms, laboratories, dormitories, dining facilities, and sustainable water infrastructure. We must address this we must also address the acute shortage of staff housing. Out of our 80 teachers currently, only 25 are accommodated within the school, and most of the existing staff houses are old and are in need of constant repair. We are, however, encouraged by the support that we continue to receive from the parents, alumni, government, SAR, in addressing some of these challenges. The parents have supported in the digitization of the learning facilities through installation of interactive digital screens in some of the classes, and our aim is to ensure that all the classes are installed with digital learning screens. Your Excellency, our vibrant Old Boys fraternity has also supported several key infrastructural projects, including paving of major roads and footpaths across the school, the construction of the library, the construction of the Great Ruaha Dome, which currently accommodates 150 students, and refurbishment of some of the dormitories that Your Excellency visited earlier today. We have to agree, we agree that we have a great alumni community, and we want to welcome all the alumni to join us in this target. And our target is to raise for each of the class from the time we were set up to raise $1 million, and I must say that some classes have already met this mark. We are deeply happy that some of our partners, including the Cooperative Bank through their group chairman, who Your Excellency have transferred 10 million shillings to support our projects. Let's give them a clap. We also want to thank our partners. Where you landed Your Excellency, the ground was a bit rough, and over the time with our partnership with Mount Kenya University, they have been able to level that place and plant the grass, and now they have committed to do a footpath to connect the main school with the grounds that where Your Excellency you landed. Your Excellency, as a school community, we humbly appeal for your support in the next phase of our growth. We respectfully request you to support the construction of classrooms and laboratories to cater for 1,500 additional students, 500 to decongest, and 1,000 for the projected growth to accommodate the total of 1,500. And this investment will not only address our immediate infrastructural challenges, but also position Thika High School as a national center of excellence for the CBE education on digital innovation and also talent development for future focused learning. Your Excellency, we currently have 5 BOM teachers whom, Your Excellency, we request you if they could be hired on permanent basis by TSC. To our friends, the political class who are here, we want to request you as friends of this school, we appeal to you for support of the refurbishment of the old dorms, which each is costing 3.5 million to bring them to the state that you've seen the first 3 dormitories which have been done by the alumni. So as we celebrate 70 years of resilience, we remain committed to building an institution that will continue shaping the leaders of Kenya beyond the next 70 years. Allow me to add there, Your Excellency, may God bless Thika High School. May God bless you all. May God bless our country, Kenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, BOM Chair. Your Excellency, with your permission, allow me now to invite the area member of Parliament, Mheshimiwa Alice Ng'ang'a, to also welcome us to this area and also speak briefly. Tumpigie makofi tafadhali, Mheshimiwa Alice Ng'ang'a. Karibu.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Speaker of the National Assembly, Wetangula, also the clergy who are present today, Majority Leader and members of Parliament who are present today, the parents who are here today, and the student, the young master, Oza Oza, Oza Oza. Today is a great day. Leo ni siku ya mwecheche, si ndio? Asante sana. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, we are happy to be here today. Thank you very much for visiting Thika High School. We are happy. We know just last month, a month ago, you visited Thika, and Your Excellency, if you did not know, the place where you visited was still this ward. The 5 major projects that we had come to do here in Thika was still in this hospital world where Thika High School also sits. So I'm happy today for you coming here. I remember the last time I visited the young masters, they had requested me as the Member of Parliament to do the swimming pool, and I had only 5 million Kenya shillings. Now that the daddy of the nation is here, Oza Oza, Oza Oza, ebu shikirieni uzito kidogo nione. Sawa sawa. Now, Your Excellency, now that you are here today, and the board chair has just told us that we need to renovate the dormitories, the old dormitories. Allow me to take the 5 million Kenya shillings for renovation, because I'm sure by the time you leave this place, we will have a swimming pool. Thank you. And also, Your Excellency, we also know there are other major infrastructure. I know by the time you'll be coming here to talk to the Thika High School, you address that issue. Your Excellency, these young masters performed very well last year. They got a mean grade of 8.1 and from a 7.6. And they have not even, and the one who did us proud, they are seated here. And we have not even celebrated our performance that we performed last year. We would request, because today I'm the mother of the constituency and you are the father of the entire nation, by the time they will be going for their half term, wanunuliwe ng'ombe kadhaa ndio waweze kukura na kucelebrate, waseme dojo maber, dojo maber. So that by next year, they will give us a better performance, better than they did last year, this 2026, they will even perform better. Your Excellency, because of the matter of time, I know there were girls' school, because I'm a mother of many here in Thika. I saw also the Chania Girls High School. Chania Girls, where are you? Chania Girls, oe? I can hear you, beautiful girls. Where are you seated, Chania Girls? The Chania Girls, Your Excellency, are also here with us. And even their principal is also here with us. Your Excellency, before you became the President of the Republic of Kenya, when you are the Deputy President, you also visited the Chania Girls High School, and you promised them that you give them a bus. And when they heard that you are visiting the Thika High School, they say they also want here to come, so that also you remember them, that they need also their bus. Chania Girls, oe. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, as we continue with the program, I also want you to let you know that Thika Town constituency is not only, or Thika sub-county is not only the industrious town that like we used to know, it is also the knowledge city. We have many universities in Thika sub-county. We have the MKU that they partner with Thika High School. Actually, they have mentioned that they are going to do a bridge for us crossing from Thika to their field where it is located. So we also want to thank you for that. Your Excellency, we also have Gresta University. We also have Thika Technical. We also have KMTC. We also have Thika High School. We also have Chania Girls High School. We also have Chania Boys High School. We also have Mary Hill Girls. We also have Thika Girls Karibaribi. We also have even Monyo Girls that is in Thika. So we want to thank you, Your Excellency. As you visit Thika today, we want to thank you very much. The infrastructure will be happy by the time you'll be leaving this compound of Thika High School. We know you have done us very proud. And as for our boys, I know by the time you leave here, when we are going for a half term, ng'ombe itakuwa imeanguka chini na manano itakuwa mwecheche. Asante sana, Your Excellency. We are happy that you visited this institution. Just 2 weeks ago, through the principal, I managed to give the school a bursary of 1 million Kenya shillings as we move forward to support our school. Even today, we came here to support our school. Thank you very much. Allow me to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to welcome our woman rep of Kiambu County, Hannah Wajiko wa Muratha. Karibu sana Mama County, kuja ucheza kama wewe na vijana wako, vijana wako fiti, vijana wako poa. And when you are celebrating, by the time you are going for that half term, make sure you invite us to cheza ngoma na nyinyi. Si ndio? Hapo ni noma. Kabisa, Mungu ambariki. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Speaker of the National Assembly, accompanied by the Majority Leader of the National Assembly, not forgetting our very own Clerk of the National Assembly, Joroge, who is an alumni of this school, and the clergy here present, led by the past moderator. As Mama County of this county, number one, I would want to really thank God for Thika High School. And I only come to say that if the kind of boys that are produced in Thika High are the likes of our clerk, Njoroge, then this is the school to keep your boy. If this is the kind of boys that you produce in this school. A person who understands his role a person who understands he serves Kenya, not a particular community, but Kenyans understanding Thika High School is a national school. Your Excellency, when the books of history are written, you will be remembered that it is in your tenure that God gave you an opportunity to celebrate the centenary of all our national schools in this country, and also celebrating some also who came a little bit later, like Thika High School, celebrating their 70th anniversary. And I was looking at number 7 in the Bible, and it means completeness. So, Your Excellency, as you come to Thika High School, you come to complete all their programs that are outstanding. The biggest one that is charging the boys is the swimming pool. Wakisikia swimming pool, wanasema Your Excellency, cheza kama wewe. And when you cheza kama wewe, you will be celebrated 70 more years. You've also been celebrated, even as you celebrate the centennial of the many national schools, a majority of them being in Kiambu County. It is in your tenure that God has given you an opportunity to celebrate them. So meaning, the next time they celebrate 100 years, we all may not be around. It will be 100 years from now. So, Your Excellency, God has honored you to take us to this level. The other thing I would want to request, Your Excellency, I don't know why in this life, those very brilliant students, a majority of them sometimes come from very low backgrounds. And Your Excellency, with the small kitty that we get as the woman rep, the other time you gave us an extra money and we were able to be giving these students some bursaries and some scholarships. And with the little that I get as the woman rep, I get a few checks to Thika High School. And the principal has always honored and has always told me, ninapenda cheki za serikali kwa sababu zikiingia lazima zikuwe honored. And I want to congratulate the principal today seated here, because any boy he sends and comes to me from Kiambu, and I request him to keep, maybe we do not have money. There is not a single time he has turned me down. He has kept the boys in school. So, Your Excellency, I would want to make a request. Utuongezee tu ako kapesa kidogo kama Mama County. Kidogo tu, ndio shule kama hii ninaweza kuchukua for full scholarship 20 to 50 boys, na tunaendelea by giving them a hope. And when you do that, Your Excellency, you will have honored all the 47 women reps, our chair lady being here. We will celebrate you for giving us that opportunity to celebrate these boys. I don't want to talk much because the guest today is the president. I would only want to thank you so much also for performing well, as has been promised. And we also want to believe that even the next class is also going to perform very well. But finally, I still want to remind you, our boys, we are living in a world that is really changing very fast, with so many doctrines and very bad teachings. And as a mother, I will keep on telling you, in this world, in this part of the continent, in this part of the world, our men, when it comes to matters love, our men love women. Our men never make love with men. Our men will love. Tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja. So all those, kama ni kupendana, tunapenda madems. Sio mambo ya kupendana na maboys. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. Long live Thika High. Asanteni.
Makofi ya Mama County. Anasema ukipenda unapenda huyo mdem, si ndio? Asante sana. Thank you very much, Mami, for the word of encouragement. Allow me now to welcome PS Bitok. PS, welcome. Thank you very much. You make your remarks as we move.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Right Honorable Speaker, Moses Wetangula, our Majority Leader, Mheshimiwa Kimani Ichung'wah, all the elected leaders, parents, Board of Management, and students. Good afternoon. My name is Ambassador Professor Julius Bitok, PS State Department for Basic Education. Your Excellency, allow me to join the leadership of this school in warmly welcoming you to Thika High School for the 70th anniversary. 70 is indeed special. It is biblical. And your coming here today is indeed prophetic, and we thank God for accepting to grace this very momentous occasion. Your Excellency, sir, allow me also to thank you most sincerely for the investment you have put in education. We indeed know the work you have done has never been done by any government since independence. The kind of work you have done in education in 3 years is quite remarkable. Allow me, Your Excellency, to say that indeed the state of education in this country under your leadership is strong, progressive, and focused to transforming this country from third world to first world. We have seen for ourselves. I have traveled far and wide, but I have a testimony that indeed under your leadership, the state of education is very, very strong. Allow me, Your Excellency, to stop there, and allow me also to pass greetings from the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Julius Migoso Gamba, whom you sent to represent you in Machakos County, and thank you very much for the work you are doing in the Ministry of Education. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PS. You know, when our woman representative said Thika High School usually produce gentlemen like our crack, I also remembered there is another gentleman called Moses Kuria. If those are the leaders we are going to have in the future, Thika High School ni power kabisa. Thika High School power. Thika High School power. Simuski power. Thika High School power. Asante sana. Let me take this opportunity now to welcome the Majority Leader at the National Assembly, who also introduced my colleagues who accompany me to come here to Thika High School to make Thika High School a better place. Welcome, Majority Leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Alice Nganga, Your Excellency the President, observing all protocols already established. Your Excellency, allow me first to introduce the members of Parliament who have accompanied the area member of Parliament, and also to join our clerk to the National Assembly, who we work with in Parliament. And allow me to ask them to just be of Parliament. From the far left, we have Honorable Jane Kagiri, the women rep for Laikipia County, and a friend of Thika High School. We have Honorable Zuleka, who is from Mandera County, nominated from Mandera County, and a friend to the area MP. We have Honorable Maina Karovia, our Member of Parliament from Iala, the East African Legislative Assembly. Honorable Mukami, Mama wa County from Nyeri County, ako hapo. We have Mheshimiwa Jogona Kawa Jiko wa UDA, Kiamba, Member of Parliament. Next is a member for Balambala, Honorable Abdi Shurie, a friend of the school. And we have the member for Ruiru, our neighbor, Mheshimiwa Kengara. Let me also ask MCAs to be upstanding. We have many MCAs. We have some from Nairobi, some from Kiambu. Karibuni sana, asanteni. Your Excellency, allow me also to introduce Mheshimiwa Koge, Senator wa Kiambu. Anasimama Senator na chama cha UDA Kiambu County. Your Excellency, I see Moses Kuria looking at me in a very menacing manner. Let me allow Moses Kuria, the member, former member of Parliament, former Cabinet Secretary, old boy of Thika High School. Na ananiambia ni mtu ya Kiandutu Dom.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, leaders present, Wazito wa hai hai, Wazito wa hai hai. Your Excellency, we are very honored to have you today on the day that this school celebrates 70 years. For those 70 years, I have been associated with this school for half of that time, because I entered this school 6 years ago, and I left this school 35 years ago. And after that, I proceeded to the University of Nairobi for a Bachelor of Commerce degree. And after that, I had a checkered career in banking, locally and internationally. And I became a member of parliament for 2 terms. I became a cabinet secretary. I became a presidential advisor right from this school. And that is testament that indeed education gives every child an opportunity. Your Excellency, the motto of this school is very significant for me today. Abundant life. Abundant life. And I want to tell these sons of mine, these young, gallant Kenyans, indeed, we have a choice. A choice between believing that there can be abundance in life and the other choice of falling victim to negativity and believing that things are very bad and there is no hope in life. Between the young man, the 2 young men I have seen operating a robotics machine right from this school, and the negativity that we see other people feeding to our young people, I want to appeal to you, my sons, young people of this country. We have a great country. We have a great future. We have great hope. And if from this school we have doctors, engineers, future robotics engineers, specialists, why would we fall victim to negativity, to believing that the future is not bright? When, Your Excellency, we were being taken through a map of this school, there was one thing that you saw. You saw the domes. We have got the domes on this side, and we have got domes on the other side. We call them Kiandutu. And I was in Zoya house in Kiandutu. Zoya, hoy! That is my house. And I have agreed with the principal, Mr. Muraya, that I will read the other former Zoya old boys, where we are going to finance the modernization of our dome in Zoya Dome. Finally, Your Excellency, finally, you have to save me today. Some 2 months ago, I was with you at Alliance High School. And my very good friend, my brother, Kimani Ichung'wah, kept telling you that he went to Alliance, and me, I went to a polling center. And you've been taken through the map of this school. I want you to confirm, Your Excellency, that you've not seen anywhere there's a polling center here. And save us from the kiburi of one Kimani Ichung'wah. Long live Thika High School. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Moses Kuria. No, Your Excellency, I have to defend myself. Because Moses Kuria insisted that I must appear in this function today. Kumbe alikuwa amenipangia. But Your Excellency, as you have heard, Moses Kuria joined this school and was in this school for only 2 years, Form 5 and Form 6. What I meant when I said he went to a polling station school, it was not Thika High School. It was Ituro High School, where he went Form 1 to Form 4. Because Thika High School can never be a polling station school. Thika High School is a great school, a great school which we share a very rich history. Those 70 years of Thika High School, Your Excellency, this school, before finally settling down in Thika town, as you have heard from its history, began in Dogoto and was then Dogoto Boys. But because the school was sponsored by the PCA Church, the Presbyterian Church, and there were the 2 alliances in Kikuyu, We then moved the boys from Kikuyu, the Goto boys, and it became Thika High School, and not Thika Boys, but Thika High School, because in this school, great men, great gentlemen have come and have been built in this school. And we are happy to have joined them today. Honorable Your Excellency the President, we are grateful that you're also able to join these great gentlemen of Thika High School. As you have heard from the testimony of Professor Njoroge through the chairman of the board, many great gentlemen have come out of this school, including our very own, the clerk to the National Assembly, Mr. Sam Njoroge. And Sam, let me ask you to be upstanding, because through the efforts of Sam Njoroge, who we work with in the National Assembly, he has mobilized very many of us to come back and give back to the school that many of us never had the opportunity to come to, but which he attended as a young man before moving on to the university and becoming the clerk to the National Assembly. And through his efforts, Your Excellency, let me report, the Speaker will be announcing part of the efforts as colleagues to Clerk Njoroge we have made as members of Parliament to help in contributing towards the modernization of this school, so that we may also have a hand in the modernization of this school, because, as I said, it is a great school that has immensely contributed to the growth, not just of Kiambu County, but our nation, Kenya. Your Excellency, too, let me say that we are indeed privileged that in Kiambu County, we have not less than 9 national schools, and we have the highest concentration of national schools in this county. And we do not take it for granted, Your Excellency, that, as you heard. Before today, the last sitting president to set foot in this school was 30 years ago, when former President Daniel Arap Moi visited this school, just 30 years ago in 1996, just ahead of the 1997 elections, which President Moi moved on to win in the 1997 elections. Your Excellency, I don't want to say much. 30 years later, you visit Thika High School. A year before the elections, afikiri hapo pengine tutajijazia. Si tutajijazia hapo pengine? To Your Excellency, this is not the only national school. This year, you have visited very many other schools. Last weekend, you were in Maseno School in Kisumu. You have been to the Alliance. You have been to Limuru Girls. You have been to Miri Hill. You have been to Mangu High School. And we do not take it for granted that you have visited in 3 years of your presidency many of our national schools, not just in Kiambu County, but across the nation. And not just visiting, Your Excellency, but leaving a lasting legacy and an impactful visit to many of the schools that you have visited. We do not take it for granted that following your ascending to the office of president, many of our national schools have benefited from infrastructural development projects, and many schools in our country. Your Excellency, when I listened during the service as we sang the song Pressing On and Standing on Higher Ground, I said how we feel challenged. I want to challenge Your Excellency to remain on that higher ground and stand on higher ground. There are words in that song that says that you will stand on higher ground. Those Satan's darts will be hurled at you. Remain firm on that higher ground. Your Excellency, when you took over the reins of leadership of this country, our education sector was not on the verge of collapse. Our education sector had virtually collapsed. We were not certain what would happen with CBC. Many of our public universities were closing down. We were not certain whether the children who are in grade 9 would proceed to JSS in primary school or in high schools, Your Excellency. And through the presidential working party that you appointed within the first week of getting into office, we were able to stabilize our education sector, ensure that we transition from 844 to CBC and now to CBE in a very organized and clear manner, Your Excellency. That is not to say there are no challenges. But Your Excellency, standing on a higher ground, you have been able to resolve many of the challenges that bedevil our education sector, right from our primary schools, high schools, all the way to our tertiary and higher education institutions. It is no mean feat, Your Excellency, in about 2.5 years to build 23,000 classrooms across all schools in our country, Your Excellency. It is no mean feat. We do not take it for granted, Your Excellency, that at a time when we knew JSS students were getting to their schools without laboratories, you have invested hundreds, actually billions of shillings in ensuring that we have classrooms, we have laboratories, we have dining halls, we have classrooms adequate to ensure that no child in Kenya is left behind. Your Excellency, I have chaired the Budget and Appropriations Committee in the National Assembly in the last Parliament when you were Deputy President. And you know, Your Excellency, and the PS is here. And we have not shied away from stating the fact that over the years, for the last close to 12 years, we would underfund our education sector, and especially in terms of capitation to our schools, and that is why many schools were lagging behind in terms of development and being able to offer the services that they should be offering. But in the last 3 years, Your Excellency, through your focused effort and through your standing on higher ground, without listening to the noise, you have focused on the job, and today we can proudly say that at the time these children are opening school, every term, school capitation is in the bank accounts of schools to ensure that no child misses an opportunity to build their future. We must thank you, Your Excellency, and we do not take it for granted. I know many naysayers have said many things about your education sector. That is why I want to encourage you, Mr. President, from the words of that song, pressing on, keep pressing on, stand on that higher ground. Even as Satan's darts are hurled at you, remain focused on the transformation of our country, because you are securing the future of our nation through your massive investment in our education sector. I don't want to say anything more than that, Your Excellency. Today is a day to celebrate this school, celebrate those 70 years of blessings, blessings to many young men through this school, and also a blessing to these ones who are here with us today, who are looking up to you and up to us as their leaders to secure their future through investment in education. With those many remarks, Your Excellency, it is now my honor to invite our Speaker of the National Assembly, the very right Honorable Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula, to come make his remarks and welcome you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Karibu. Tumpigia makofi Speaker wetu.
Asante sana, Majority Leader. Your Excellency, our President of the Republic of Kenya, church that sponsors this school, led by Mzee Gadanju, Area Member of Parliament, Madam Alice Nganga, our MPs present, invited guests including parents and our students. I'm invited here by my clerk of the National Assembly, Samuel Njoroge, who is an old boy of this school. A very hard-working man, very amiable, very focused, full of trust. When he invited us to get together, Your Excellency, as members of the August House, to support this cause, tulisema lazima pia tuchanuke, tukuje, tuungane na yeye. Kwa sababu Samuel Njoroge has been at the centerpiece of each and every activities across the country helping our members of parliament. I was visited after the visit to Your Excellency at State House by my distinguished learned junior, Kamodo Waiganjo, Senior Counsel, and the chair of the school, and they asked me to join you today, and that was in company of my clerk. Education is key in life, is the great equalizer. Whether a boy in this school is from Kiandutu village or from Thika Greens, when you cross the gate into this school, you are at par. And the content of what you get from here determines what you will be in life. So we encourage you, the students, that for all these alumni members, the leadership of the sponsoring church, and above all the head of state, to come here and join you in celebrating your 70th anniversary, but more importantly, to engineer the renewal of the school, is a very, very important event in your lives. We've gone round, we've seen the school facilities, and I now understand why Njoroge has been so passionate about the renewal of this school. And we will be the champions alongside everybody else in helping this school in its renewal. Your chairman counted here many, many achievements from your alumni. And I can say Professor Macharia, the chair of Equity Group and a professor of ENT from this school, was my yearmate at the University of Nairobi. And at that time, we used to tease him that he came from a school in the middle of nowhere. But now we can see Thika is at the center of everywhere, on its highway to become probably our next city in Kenya. This school was also famed, I don't know if it still is now, when I was in a school greater than Kimani Ichung'wah School, Friends School Kamsinga. We were the national football champions, and Thika High School was then a serious contender to that title. We used to play together, and yours truly here was the striker of my school, Friends Kamsinga. So I come here to encourage the leadership of schools, and I see the peers here, that through extracurricular activities, we should have students from across the country going out there to realize and appreciate and know that this country is a cocktail of communities, is a cocktail of individuals, is a cocktail of great men and women that form the family called Kenya. And encourage everybody that whoever engages in tribal bigotry, in the exercise of public leadership, should have no space in our country. Because in this country, everybody from Moyale to Vanga, from Namanga to Lamu, we belong to one family called Kenya, under one leadership, with a common destiny, a common vision, and above all, with a duty to ensure that our children grow into responsible, productive citizens of this country when they take the space that they deserve. I don't want to say too much. I want to encourage the leadership of this school that with a school such as this in the middle of the town with the huge land facilities, we dream of a day when this school should have not less than 10,000 students, so that everybody who can have an opportunity to come here with your proven record is on the highway to somewhere in academia and in the growth of our country. Working together with our clerk in Parliament, and you can understand how loved our clerk is when I'll tell you what he has mobilized. Parliament has been able to put together, and I'm only a courier of that effort, although my contribution is also generously there. We have been able to put together 12 million Kenya shillings for this school. Hiyo ni poa si poa vijana? Ni noma si noma? We have put together 12 million shillings. And Clark and Njoroge advised that out of the 12, 10 will go to the renewal and renovations of school facilities, and 2 million will go into an alumni kitty to assist children from deprived families in terms of bursaries so that they can be able to be kept in school to continue with their education. So I come here today to encourage everybody, to encourage the students, to encourage the teachers, to encourage the church, that you must dedicate your efforts, particularly the church, in our moral renewal in this country. We have a degeneration of morals, and I agree with Wamrada in the advice she gave you. I don't need to repeat it, that let's grow up as children, God-fearing, respecting your parents, doing your homework, and engaging in productive life to assist the president in taking this country to Singapore. Now is my humble duty to invite His Excellency the President of our Republic, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to come and join and lead us in the renewal of the school.
Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. Thika High School hoye. Thika High School hoye. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Asante sana. Tafadhali ketini. Thank you. Let me first thank God for the opportunity to visit Thika High School. I am informed that the last time there was a head of state in this compound was 30 years ago. But I'm very proud to be the second head of state to be in Thika High School. And I want to confirm that Thika High School is a great school, deserving a visit from the head of state. I am aware that we have many schools in the Republic of Kenya, and I try, whenever I have an opportunity, to associate myself with what is going on in many of the schools. But 70 years ago, visionary men and women planted a seed here in Thika because they understood a very simple but powerful truth: that education has the power to change lives, shape the future, and transform nations. These founders understood, as Nelson Mandela would later tell the world, that education is the most powerful tool and weapon which you can use to change destinies and nations. And so they built Thika High School. Today, 70 years later, we gather here not just to celebrate the anniversary of a great institution, but to honor the vision of the generation of builders who understood that strong nations are built by empowered citizens. And they also recognized that education is the foundation upon which human potential is discovered, nurtured, and transformed into national progress. This year, I've had the privilege of joining students, teachers, and parents of other institutions and historic schools. As was said earlier, I've had occasion to visit many schools. Among the national schools I have visited is the school I went to myself, Kapsabet Boys High School. I have visited Alliance High School, the school Kimani Ichung'wah went. I have visited Maseno, and I have also visited Njiris. But of course, today I am in Thika High School. A school with a distinguished history. Each of these institutions tell us something important about Kenya. And never mind, I know Moses Kuria was complaining about the people who went, some of the people who went to schools that sometimes act as polling centers. I am one of those. Actually, when Kimani Ichung'wah was telling Moses Kuria, it was not Moses Kuria he was referring to. He just did not want to refer to me directly, so he was. But you know what? You know, when Nelson Mandela said, education is the greatest equalizer, it was because that is what it is. And that is why today, all students from all schools, even those from polling stations, are equal and they are the same. Alliance reminds us of intellectual excellence and leadership. Kapsabet Boys reminds us of resilience, discipline, and social mobility. Maseno reminds us of deep historic roots of our republic. Thika High School reminds us of something very important. As Kenya transformed economically and industrially, schools like this one transformed the human capacity that powered that transformation. This great institution rose in the heart of one of Kenya's most important industrial and commercial centers. Thika, a town long associated with enterprise, manufacturing, agriculture, innovation, and hard work. Founded in 1956, Thika High School has grown into one of Kenya's leading national schools. Today, it stands as a C1 national school, offering all the 3 competence-based education pathways and serving 1,800 students drawn from every part of our republic. This growth reflects the trust generations of Kenyan families have placed in this institution. It reflects the sacrifice of parents, the dedication of teachers and leaders and school leaders, and the discipline and determination of students who continue to uphold the values upon which this school was founded. As I listened to Terence, the chairman of the school council, I was very, very impressed about his confidence and his eloquence, and he spoke very good English. Congratulations, Terence. And you made a lot of sense. You know, I was very impressed about the things you asked of me and of us, you know, the things that would take you further as a student community. Over the decades, Thika High School has produced distinguished Kenyans who have served this nation with honor and excellence. Among them are respected judges, including retired Judge Jackton Ojwang and Justice Okubasu. The school has also produced distinguished legal minds, including Senior Counsel Paul Muite, Senior Counsel Kamodo Waiganjo, right here with us. Congratulations, Senior Counsel. In leadership and public service, the institution has produced leaders such as Moses Kuria, right here with us. And of course, our very own Clerk of the National Assembly, Samuel Njoroge. I want to say this without fear of any contradiction, that Sam Njoroge is a great leader in the Republic of Kenya. A man who is intelligent, measured, and wise. Congratulations, Thika High School, for mentoring one of our best. In Parliament, competing ideas, competing interests, competing positions exist. It takes a man of great patience and understanding, like Sam Njoroge, to balance and make sure Parliament moves without any friction. Pigeni makofi huyu Sam jamani. So when Sam walked into my office and told me, Mr. President, I went to Thika High School and they are celebrating 70 years, without hesitation, I said I would come to celebrate with you because of the immense contribution Thika High School has made to our republic. Many people, scholars, you've just heard one great scholar here, Professor. Pigeni makofi huyo Professor. And many others who have made huge contribution to our republic. Students that came from this great institution. And I'm truly, truly grateful. And that is why coming here is a recognition of the contribution Thika High School has made to our republic. All these men, scholars, legal minds, business people, public servants, have come from different generations and professions, but they share one thing in common: the foundation that was shaped by Thika High School. Their lives reminds us that education is not only about examinations and certificates, but it is also about forming responsible citizens, building integrity into them, nurturing discipline, and preparing young people to serve society with honor. I understand that student enrollment has increased from about 600 students to nearly 1,000 in the past 10 years. That growth is encouraging, but it is also placed enormous pressure on facilities. Classrooms are overcrowded, dormitories are overstretched, and laboratories and dining facilities are under pressure. I want to assure you that we recognize that quality education cannot thrive where facilities are not adequate. Our children deserve safe, dignified, and a supportive environment where they can learn, they can innovate, as I saw Mwai in one of the presentations, and that gentleman was called Isaiah, or what was he called? I met two gentlemen, one of them Mwai and Isaiah, I think. Somebody I met, by the way, 2 years ago in Kikuyu Township. When I went there, I met the young man again I met today here in Thika High School, and he introduced himself. And I'm very proud of what they are doing. But we need a supportive environment, as I have said, where they can learn, they can innovate, they can grow, and of course, they can discover their full potential. I therefore commend the Board of Management of the school and the school administration, parents and the alumni for the remarkable effort you have made to address some of the challenges affecting this school. I especially commend the board for developing a long-term master plan for the future growth of this institution. I also recognize that important projects are already being completed or ongoing within the school, including the paving of internal roads, the construction of Great Rua Dormitory, and the renovation of Juba, Liki, Zaire dormitories, where I was taken around to see. These efforts demonstrate vision, sacrifice, and unity of purpose. Tuwapigie hawa watu wote makofi jameni. No, I have been to many schools, but I have never seen a much more supportive alumni than the one I have seen in Thika High School. Mr. Kamau, Mr. Waiganjo, and your team of alumni, pongezi. You are a great team. And I wish many more of alumni in many schools can step up and show up for their alma mater, for the schools they went to. As we celebrate 70 years of Thika High School, we must also prepare for the next 70 years. The world is changing rapidly. Artificial intelligence, digital technology, robotics, machine learning, and innovation are transforming economies across the world. Through the competence-based curriculum and training system, our schools must therefore prepare learners not only to pass examinations, but also to solve problems, create opportunities, drive innovation, and compete globally. I am therefore encouraged by the school's vision to establish a modern sports, performing arts, and digital learning center that will support coding, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and talent development. This vision aligns very directly with Kenya's future. And this is because the future economy will reward not only knowledge, but also creativity. Not only credentials, but innovation. Not only information, but problem solving. This is why the government of Kenya supports for education is not treated as an expenditure. It is an investment in the future workforce, future leadership, and future prosperity of our nation. And I am very happy while in this Thika High School, having worked with many actors, we have progressively sorted out the challenges that we had in this education sector. You all remember, 3 years ago during the campaigns, there was huge confusion. There was a big problem in the education sector. Parents were not sure what CBC was going to present to them. They were not sure whether junior school was going to be here or there. The transition was not clear. The curriculum was not clear. But as I stand here today in Thika High School, I can confidently say our education is on very sound footing, without fear of any contradiction. There were 4 serious challenges that were facing our education system. There was a challenge with CBC, there was a challenge with classrooms, there was a challenge with teachers, and there was a challenge with funding. 4 serious issues. And we have tackled each and every one of them systematically. We have aligned CBC. Today there is clarity on how our students are going to transition. We have improved the education system. I am a very solid believer in competence-based education because it gives all our children equal opportunity. There are children who are good in STEM subjects. There are children who are good in arts. And there are children who are good in the humanities. In the past, we treated all these students the same, and we disadvantaged some students who are gifted differently. And that is why our education system for a very long time produced too many failures. Because we had a system of one size fits all. But that is not the reality. Today we have different pathways. The competence-based education gives us opportunity to have different pathways. 70% of our students are, 60% actually, 60-something% are on the STEM pathway. We have now the other students on different pathways, and we are now putting in place infrastructure so that all our children become winners. And we avoid a situation where we create failures out of talented people. I am very proud of what has been done over the last 3 years. Focus is no longer 100% on passing one examination. All your learning experience from early classes account for your ultimate mark as a student. We have now made examinations not a life and death issue, not an all or nothing issue. Exams now are part of our learning experience. So we have sorted out the issue of competence-based education, and it's now there is a lot of clarity. Number 2, we had a very serious teacher shortage. We have employed 100,000 teachers in the last 3 years. We are employing another 20,000 teachers this year, to make sure that we close the gap on teacher numbers. Number 3, we had very serious challenges of learning spaces, classrooms. We have built 23,000 classrooms across the country, and I'm very happy that we will be building some classrooms in Thika today to add on to that number. Because when you have classrooms where pupils are 80, learning becomes very difficult. If you have classrooms where there is no teacher, you cannot have proper learning. And number 3, we have sorted out the challenge we had with funding. As was said earlier, we had capitation. We talked about numbers that we did not achieve. Even some of the resources came late. And that is why we have made a deliberate decision that every term, before the term opens, money for teaching arrives in school before the students come to school, so that we make sure that our teachers and the management of schools have the resources to teach our children. We have also made sure that all our universities now have adequate resources. And it is the reason why I did ask Parliament to increase the resources going to education. In the last 3 years, we have increased the resources going to education from 500 billion to 702 billion this year. And in the budget we are proposing this June, we want to take it to 767 billion shillings to make sure that all our learners have adequate resources to be taught. That is, and we have not done this as an afterthought, and we have not done this randomly. We are doing it because if Kenya is to catch up with our peers who left us behind and became first world countries, we must invest in education. They invested in education, we must do the same or even do it better. That is why yesterday we chartered another 2 strategic universities. We gave charter to Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology at our Concert Technopolis as a chartered university that is going to take on board master's students, because we need to develop a higher category, a higher caliber of scientists in Kenya. Yesterday also, we chartered Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, as a university. Again, because, and it will be a university or a graduate university where people from master's and PhD will be learning. Again, because if Kenya has to move to a first world country, we need the highest caliber of human capital to drive our transformation. I have said this and I will repeat again. There is no nation which can develop beyond its capacity to think or to create knowledge. Yeah? You cannot develop in the dark. You have to have people who are thinking. And that is why we're investing in education. And it is strategic. Many people may not understand it today. They will come to understand it someday, why we are making this investment. As we look ahead, Thika High School has presented to us. Maybe before I go there, let me conclude by saying, before I speak to what we want to do with this great institution, I have discussed this with Mr. Kamau. I have discussed this with my friend Sam Jeroge and the other people. Let me say, as I stand here in Thika today, that the transformation of Kenya is underway. When I pushed 3 years ago for us to live up to the commitments we made to the people of Kenya, I remember I said very clearly and without equivocation that we are going to invest in infrastructure. Today, we have road constructions going on everywhere in Kenya, including in this Kiambu County. Na kwa watu wa Kiambu County, part of the commitment I have made is that because Kiambu County is growing and slowly it is becoming part of the metropolitan city of Nairobi, the road on Thika Road, we need to expand Thika Road and provide an express way from here. Najua wakati nilisema tutajenga barabara ya Mau Summit, hii Rironi kwenda Mau Summit, watu wengine waliongea maneno mingi. Haiwezi kujengwa, hata wheelbarrow hakuna. Lakini hawa watu tutawaibisha. Hiyo barabara dually saa hii inaendelea kama risasi, my friends. And as I said, by April next year, hiyo barabara itakuwa imekamilika. Kwanza, by August this year, kutoka hapo Kiambu pale Rironi mpaka Naivasha itself, tutakuwa tumekamilisha the dually. By August, in another 3 months or so. Ni mnanielewa? Yes. We are going to transform this country. We are going to change it. Na hii yenu ya Thika hii nimesema super highway, we are finalizing the designs. Nitakuwa hapa mwezi wa 10 kuianzisha. That is how transformation is going to look like. Pia, I made a commitment that we are going to change health delivery. It is not possible that 60 years after independence, health is still a preserve for those who have jobs, those who have the means, and those who have money. Health, according to our Constitution, Section 43, health is a right to every Kenyan, irrespective of their social, political, or religious standing. It cannot continue to be a privilege for those who can afford. And that is why we have rolled out universal health coverage. We've discussed universal health coverage for almost 30 years. But I made a determined push. And I want to thank Parliament. They worked with us. And today, as I stand here in Kiambu County, for the last 1 year and 14 months, we have paid 8 billion shillings for health delivery in Kiambu County. We have 1.38 million people registered out of 2.4 million people in Kiambu County. 1.8 million, 1,386,000 people are registered. And the registration is going on. And I want to assure you that shortly we will have universalized delivery of health. We have discussed this for many years, but I decided that I am the person to actualize. It's not been easy, but it's doable. Also, we did agree that we are going to change our nation by making sure that we are deliberate and we are intentional about creating jobs. Today, as I stand here in Thika, if you look just here next to this school, we have a huge block of affordable housing right here. In Kiambu County alone, sikizeni bana, in Kiambu County alone, we are spending 60 billion shillings in Kiambu County alone. We are building 17,000 housing units. We are building 35 markets. We are building hostels for 20,000 students in Kiambu County. It has never happened before. That's the reality. Sasa mtajipanga tuna hapo. Alafu saa zingine unasikia kuna viongozi sijui akili wanatumia ni gani, wanasema ati watasimamisha hiyo kazi yote. Yani nashangaa hii Kenya itaendelea namna gani? You know, friends, the transformation of a nation, ati ati hawana nini? Hiyo mmesema hapo. So, the transformation of a country requires focused, determined, courageous leadership. If our forefathers were not courageous, we would still be slaves of the colonialists. And if we are not courageous as leaders of this moment, we will continue to be slaves of underdevelopment. So, like our forefathers, we must gather the courage and transform our nation. And that, I am prepared to pay the price and lead from the front. Mpaka hii Kenya ibadilike. And I can speak about all the other things, but let me stop there. I'll say that I have seen, nimeona yale mambo yanaendelea hapa shuleni. Pengine nisungumze kwa Kiswahili ndio pia wazazi wetu tuwe pamoja. Tumekubaliana ya kwamba, nimeambiwa na mwalimu huyu Bwana Muraya, amesema hao wanafunzi wetu wako kwa darasa, wanafunzi karibu 60 wanafinyana ndani ya darasa. We need to decongest. So, mimi nitaanza na mimi mwenyewe. Mimi mwenyewe nitamobilize my friends. Na tutawajengea madarasa 35. Sindio? Yes. Mimi mwenyewe na my friends. Tunaenda kutafuta maybe 50 million hapo, tujipange, tukuje tujenge hiyo madarasa. Na hiyo kazi, because there are many friends of this school, sinamna hiyo. And I also have many friends, wengi. Kwanza wa Kiambu, I have many friends. So nitawapanga, tukuje tujenge. Haya. Pia kwa sababu tunafanya affordable housing hapa, na tukilete watu wengi hapa kujaza kwa hii manyumba, watahitaji watoto wao mahali ya kusoma. So we are going to build for you, and I think the drawings are already being worked on. Dormitory ya hawa vijana to cater for 1,000 of them. Utawajengea dormitory ya kuchukua vijana 1,000. na pia tuwajengee multipurpose hall ambaye pia itasaidia kama dining hall to take 2,000 students. Ndio hawa watu wote wakuwe pale. Mnasema tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Mnasema tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Haya. Alafu hawa alumni, hawa marafiki zangu, maybe as we do the classrooms, tutaweka hapo pia administration block katikati hapo ndio ikae mzuri. So we are going to give you a good design. I am doing the same structure in we are doing the same thing in Nairobi school. We are doing the same structure in all the other schools. So we will make sure that we do something good for this institution. Our alumni tulikubaliana mtafanya nini nyinyi watu wa alumni? Swimming pool. Walisema watajenga swimming pool. Sasa nyinyi alumni, hiyo milioni 10 mmesema mmetumiwa, mlisema imewekwa, enda jenga swimming pool. So ndio tumalizane na ile kazi ya Terence. Terence alikuwa amesema tujenge swimming pool, si ndio? So we will do the swimming pool. Ati? Hapana, hakusema basi. Hakusema basi. Ninyi mnataka kumwekelea? Ama hiyo pia, wacha nitaongea na sasa. Wewe Alice, ulikuwa unasema ile milioni 5 utapeleka wapi? Haya, wacha huyu Alice, hiyo milioni 5 nitakuongezea milioni 5 ingine ununue basi ya hawa vijana. Ndio. Na nyinyi hii basi mnauliza mnataka kwenda wapi? Mnataka kwenda wapi? Ati mnataka kwenda Singapore? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, hiyo safari ya basi kwenda Singapore itakuwa mrefu. Anyway, tutapangana namna hiyo. So, alafu kama kuna kazi ingine itakuwa imebaki hapo. What was the other thing, Bwana Terence? You had said what? School band. Yes, alisema kwa sababu sasa tuko na pathways tofauti. School band. Sasa nitapanga mambo ya school band mimi mwenyewe. Ninunue. Lakini mko na mwalimu ya kuwafundisha vile ya kupiga tarumbeta na hiyo vitu vingine? Mko naye? Ndio huyu. Very good. Sasa wewe nitakutafutia tarumbeta kubwa sana. Na hiyo vitu vingine na hiyo madoido hiyo yote. So Sam Njoroge utanifuata, nitakutafutia milioni 5 uende upange hiyo watu na bus na hiyo band. Nunue vile vitu yote ya band. Ndio boss. Mngangane namna hiyo. Basi lakini haya mambo yote tumesema hapa kama wazazi na kama viongozi. Mimi nataka nyinyi vijana na nyinyi pia mko na sehemu ya kuchangia. We are deploying a lot of resources, we're spending time, we're spending resources, na nyinyi pia mkuwe na sehemu yenu ya kuchangia. When you see people standing on this podium that they were here many years ago. They are a product of hard work. They are a product of discipline. They are a product of doing the right thing. So I want to persuade you, nyinyi vijana, we need to make a deal. Nyinyi mtafanya sehemu yenu? Mtafanya homework? Mbona mnakaa kama nyinyi sio watu wa kufanya homework? Mtafanya homework? Homework mtafanya. Mtakuwa na nidhamu? Mtaheshimu wazazi wenu? Mtasikiza walimu wenu wakiwafundisha? Na mtihani pia mtafanya vizuri? And you are going to be responsible young men? Na mtaheshimu Mungu? Ama nyinyi mtakuwa watu ambao mtakosa kumjua Mungu? Mtamjua Mungu? So each one of us. So I think if you do your part, we will do ours. Wacha nisimame niwachie hapo na niseme I am truly, truly proud to be in Thika High School as I work with all the other schools. Nasikia warembo wangu wa Chania wako area. Wako area. Where are the girls from Chania? Hebu simameni niwaone. Very good. Tuwapigie makofi. Very good, very good. Bas, hiyo maneno yenu mimi namalizana na huyu Alice leo. Yeye ndio amechelewa na maneno. We'll sort that out. So otherwise, asanteni sana. God bless you, good people. I wish you well. Na Mungu awabariki sana. Na kwa wazazi, asanteni sana kwa kushikilia hawa wanafunzi na kuwasaidia katika masomo yao. Congratulations, Thika High School, on this great achievement and celebration of 70 years. Asanteni sana.
Your Excellency, with your kind permission, will request that you remain on stage. Would like to award 6 of the best performing students. We may take our seats, please. Let's take our seats briefly. And as I say this, please, the students can be coming forward. Your Excellency, the school had a mean grade of 8.2. They had a whopping 31 A- students and 6 with A plain. So if they can be coming, please, the students, so that we can award them. Today, they are going to be awarded with a laptop each for their hard work. And I'm sure that will be inspiration for other students. Si tutawapigia makofi vizuri. Tukijua ya kwamba pia sisi siku yetu itafika. Where are the students? Delton Ayande is the first one. Let's give him a round of applause. As he's coming, that's Delton Ayande. He had an A with 83 points. Makofi kwake tafadhali. We also had Gashau Michael Mwangi, who had 82 points, a straight A with 82 points. Makofi kwa Gashua Michael Mwangi. We also had Stephen Mwangi, who also had a straight A with 82 points. Makofi ya Stephen Mwangi. We had Mage Leon Gitao, 81 points, a straight A with 81 points. Then we had Mwariri Derek Njoroge with 81 points, a straight A again with 81 points. And last, and by no means the least, Ruto Trevor Gitare with 81 points. I'll also request that Terence come and present a trophy to His Excellency. We have a trophy to be presented to you by Terence, the chair of the school council. Terence, where are you? Terence, Your Excellency, this is a trophy from the school, and Terence will present it to you. And together the sculpture celebrates wisdom, culture, mentorship, excellence, and promise for future generations. There are 2 people there on that sculpture. There's an elder who is symbolizing wisdom, guidance, and values passed from one generation to another. You have the child who represents learning, hope, and future. Makofi tafadhali kwao. We also have a second gift for you, Your Excellency, which is the blazer for the school. blazer ya shule. Si tumpigie makofi tafadhali. Labda atakuwa honorary old boy wa Thika High School, presented by Senior Counsel Bwana Waiganjo, Kamodho Waiganjo. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Finally, Your Excellency, we have a cake that will be celebrating the 70 years. Let's have the cake to come, and allow me at this point to invite the cake matron, Melody Mwangi, together with the principal and chair of the school, as a cherry on the cake celebrating 70 years of a school. And we've seen the quality that they have produced. We've had accolades of certain students, old boys, alumni of this school, who have done a tremendous job even at the national level. Matron?
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Today, as we celebrate 70 years of Thika High School, we have a cake. As you can see, the cake is in the shape of a book. The book symbolizes 70 years of offering holistic education to mold boys to men. And now it is my humble duty to invite you to help us cut the cake. Makofi as we celebrate Thika High School at 70. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Your Excellency, that brings us to the end of this particular celebration. Cake, I'm sure, will be distributed. Allow me to now invite the church to led by the church. Kwa hivyo, kanisa tafadhali, maombi ya kufunga.
Our loving Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, we are grateful to you for the blessings of Thika High School and for the journey of 70 years that you have been with us, for the accomplishment of the school, for the product of the school, for the alumni, and for the great leaders that this school has produced. We pray that as we begin the journey of the next 70 years, that your blessings will continue to be with us, and through the collaborative efforts of each one of us, that this school will continue to mold great minds, great leaders for the entire world. Continue to bless our parents and the fraternity of this school as they do their best. Continue to bless our leaders and our government in their efforts to support the education in this country, and continue to bless our sons and daughters, so that through the education they receive, it will mold them, it will give them character, it will give them discipline and a commitment to love and serve. Hear all these our prayers, and bless us with the journey masses as we take different destinations, and bless the fraternity of this school as they are left behind. All these prayers we ask in Jesus' name.
And now the may raise their hands.
Are you out of data? Muthui Solutions Hub brings you amazing data deals, tunukiwa, minutes and SMS deals purchased with or without Okoa Jahazi. To get these deals, pay exact amount to till number 6964518. For more inquiries, reach our 24/7 support at 0719 289 675.